The art of accepting compliments. Why do we always feel so awkward when someone gives us a compliment? It's like we've forgotten how to simply say thank you without downplaying our worth. Accepting compliments is an art, and sadly, it's one that many of us struggle with. We've all been there, where someone is trying to give us a genuine compliment, and we brush it off or redirect the attention somewhere else. But the thing is, learning to accept compliments is actually a super important skill to develop, not just for our self-esteem, but also for our personal relationships. When we learn to accept compliments, we open ourselves up to feeling more confident, more worthy, and more valued. And in turn, we become more confident in our relationships, more open to receiving love and appreciation from others, and more willing to give it back as well. So it's definitely worth exploring why we struggle with this, and how we can get better at it. But before we dive into the why, I just want to acknowledge that accepting compliments can be really, really hard. It's not something that comes naturally to most of us, and it takes practice, patience, and self-awareness to master it. So, if you're someone who struggled with this, just know that you're not alone, and we're going to work through this together. Okay, so let's talk about the common challenges people face when receiving compliments. One of the biggest ones is this feeling of embarrassment or awkwardness. You know, when someone gives you a compliment and you just don't know how to respond, or you feel like you're being put on the spot. You might blush or fumble over your words, or just completely shut down. Another challenge is this instinct to downplay the compliment. You know, when someone says, "Oh, you look amazing today," and you're like, "Oh, it's just this old thing. I'm having a bad hair day." Yeah, we've all been there. It's like we're afraid to accept the compliment, or we don't want to seem too prideful or arrogant. And then there's self-doubt. You know, when someone gives you a compliment and you're like, "Wait, are they just saying that to be nice? Do they really mean it?" This self-doubt can be really paralyzing, and it can make it impossible for us to accept the compliment and own it. Sometimes, we might even feel like we don't deserve the compliment. You know, if someone says, "You're so smart," and you're like, "No, I'm not that smart, I just got lucky." It's like we're afraid to accept our own worthiness, or we don't think we're worthy of the compliment. And then there are the people pleasers out there who just can't accept a compliment without deflecting it or redirecting it to someone else. You know, "Oh, it was a team effort." Or, "My colleague did all the hard work." Yeah, we've all been there too. The thing is, these challenges are all rooted in deeper issues, and we need to explore them if we want to master the art of accepting compliments. So, let's dive into some of the reasons behind these challenges. One of the biggest reasons is societal expectations. You know, in many cultures, modesty is seen as a virtue, and we're taught from a young age to deflect praise or attention. This can make it really hard for us to accept compliments because we're afraid of coming across as arrogant or prideful. Another reason is cultural factors. In some cultures, compliments are seen as insincere or manipulative, and we're taught to be suspicious of people who give us praise. This can make it hard for us to trust the compliment or to accept it graciously. And then there are psychological barriers. You know, sometimes we might have past experiences or trauma that make it hard for us to accept compliments. Maybe we've been criticized or belittled in the past, and it's hard for us to believe that someone is genuinely trying to praise us. Or maybe we're just afraid of being seen as vulnerable or weak. You know, if someone gives us a compliment and we accept it, we might feel like we're putting ourselves out there, or that we're being too open or emotional. But the thing is, all of these reasons, they're just excuses. They're just ways of avoiding the discomfort of accepting a compliment. And if we want to master the art of accepting compliments, we need to confront these reasons head-on. One of the most powerful insights I've had on this topic is that acceptance is not about deserving or not deserving the compliment. It's about choosing to receive it. You know, when someone gives you a compliment, it's like they're offering you a gift. And you can choose to accept that gift, or you can reject it. For me, one of the breakthrough moments was when I realized that accepting compliments isn't about being arrogant or prideful. It's about being humble and open. It's about being willing to receive love and appreciation from others and to let it in. When we learn to accept compliments, we open ourselves up to so much more joy, love, and connection. We become more confident, more self-assured, and more willing to take risks. And we become more willing to give love and appreciation back to others, which is just incredible. So, let's summarize the key takeaways from this video. First, accepting compliments is a skill that's worth developing because it can have a huge impact on our self-esteem and personal relationships. Second, we need to confront the challenges that hold us back from accepting compliments, whether it's embarrassment, self-doubt, or societal expectations. And third, we need to choose to receive compliments and to accept them graciously. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos on personal growth and development. In the comments section, I'd love to hear about your experiences with compliments. How do you respond when someone pays you a genuine compliment? Share your story, and let's continue the conversation.